I wasn't in practice today because he escorted his daughter to her first day at college today at Pepperdine, and she's excited about that, and so is Sean, and we all are. So that's where he is. Questions?
Since we haven't talked to you in a while, the linebacker group. I mean, what do you like to out of say Anthony and
Let me say this:
the young guys?
Those guys have done a great job so far of going through the process. They've got a long way to go, but they're wide-eyed. They're willing to learn. They work hard. They love football. So so far so good.
Joe, it's been hard. We've never had a rookie or really a young player take over that sort of Mike linebacker signal calling role. Is Anthony the kind of guy who's mature enough to do that?
Yeah, I mean, he did in college, and he's learning it right here, and he's got some pretty good veterans around him helping him. So you know, he's evolving with that.
Joe, how much does Kevin Williams help overall the defense?
Well, you know, number one, he's been a really good player his whole career. He came in here, he hasn't missed a practice, he's done every conditioning drill. He's an asset in the meetings. He's just what a character guy. You can't say enough about the guys. What a great acquisition.
Joe, what have your impressions of Henry Coley been?
Well, you know, he continues to get better. I mean, he's impressed in the preseason games. Very, very smart, quick twitch, and for his physical size, he really is a physical player. I mean, he's a kind of a shorter guy, but plays with good pad level and good anticipation. So, you know, he's going to have to do a good job for us, which he is so far on special teams, and try to define himself.
What's kind of the challenge when one game Anthony's got the headset, another game Hawthorne's got the headset? What's kind of the challenge?
Well, you know, let me tell you something. There is no challenge. We're trying to find the best people to do the best jobs. I mean, everybody around it, the season we had defensively, have to learn to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. So we're finding out who can do the best job and who can be the best communicator and get us lined up. And whoever gives us the best chance to win will be the signal caller.
What's the biggest thing you've tried to impart on them based off of last year that you want to change on this defense?
Well, it's not me, it's everybody. We got to run the ball better, we got to tackle better, we got to finish better. We got to forget if it's a bad play, move on, go to the next play. The guys that we have on defense right now taking ownership in the defense we had last year. And so we got a long way to go, but the attitude's been great.
What have you seen from Delvin Breaux, how he's progressed? And
listen, great cover skills, great cover skills. Now, there's going to be a learning curve in this league with the formation variations and the motions and the things he has to learn. Going from man to zone concepts, but man, he's really been, you know, really real pleasant surprise.
Is the physicality of that group, is it kind of contagious for the rest of the team?
No, physicality is not contagious. You're born physicality. You like to hit somebody, you don't. So they like to hit somebody.
Joe, what can a guy like Justin Anderson do to at least keep himself around through next week? And what is
he's going to get a chance this week. He's going to get a chance. Obviously, again, at that entry level right there, he's got to show he can really do something on special teams. He'll get his chance. Real smart guy. Gets lined up quickly, understands concepts, and we'll see what he can do.
How's Davis Tull coming along now that he's healthy?
Hey, listen, he's been here for 3 days. It's the first time he's ever played the position, so this is a work in progress.
What about Kikaha's, you know, playing Sam, something he was not super familiar with? How was that adjustment for him?
Good so far.
Back to Tull, I know it's just a few days, but his first step looks, I mean, very impressive. Just comment on
his first step?
Yeah, I mean, he looks like somebody that really can get around the edge.
He's got a good first step. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. That's
So,
listen, he hadn't gone full speed yet. Listen, the jury's out.
Do y'all want to see him this week in the game? Is that
we haven't discussed that as a staff yet.
Joe, a lot of Katrina memories being shared.
Yeah.
How rare was that experience for you in 06 compared to?
You know, it's amazing. You go on summer vacation, and then you're here for a day, and you go to Greenbrier. And I watched TV for the first time last night, and you know, saw it on one of the stations and a special on it, and all the memories came flooding back. It's unbelievable, man. Number one, I can't believe it's been 10 years. I can't believe it's been 10 years since we went to the NFC Championship, and the bond between the city and that team that year. Listen, I took the job on February 27th, and I came into this town. I never saw such devastation. Thinking about the Superdome, the roof being off, and really didn't think we'd have a place to play. That first training camp, 5 weeks in Millsats, we didn't have a home stadium, and then, you know, the opening game against Atlanta. Man, I was more nervous for that than the Super Bowl. You know, we just didn't want to let these fans down. And hey, you look at how far the city's come, and you know, people coming back into the city. It's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable.
A team feeding off, or vice versa, is that rare? You'll see teams capture that.
Let me say this, man. We have players on this team now that don't even know about Katrina. You know, and that's just the truth. Now listen, we're going to impart all that when we get to the 53 and our dedication to the city and what we owe our fans and the relationship we have. But I mean, that was a special time in history. I don't know if any team ever captured that in the country in the history of professional sports.
Is it good for some of the younger players to maybe see some of that going?
Yeah,
going
and the younger
now?
guys that we have now, the younger guys that we have on this team really embrace the history of this franchise, the history of football, and I think they'll really embrace the history of Katrina and what it's meant to this city and this franchise and the bond that it's tied together. I think they'll embrace it, but they'll all be taught it.
Coach Vitt, explain the difference, your role on the sideline versus the press box. Did it change as far as what you're looking for? Because you know the press box view is obviously different than the sideline.
Yeah, the press box view here, I mean, is fairly high up in the sky. We have switched around all our coaches. Sean's doing everything he can to make sure we're crossing the T's and dotting the I's and evaluating everything that we're doing. So I spent a week in the press box last week trying to look at the review monitors, see if we can get a better way to identify personnel coming into the game defensively, how many more sets of eyes we may need. So, you know, that evaluation has been made to Sean and we'll move forward.
Joe, what's the team's protocol when you have to cut a player? Does he meet with position coach and head coach, Mickey, or what? How emotional does it ever get?
It's emotional every time it happens. Us as a team, and this is not international football, this is what we do. Sean's the first to talk to him. Then he goes to the coordinator, and then he goes to the position coaches. Because everybody that's come through this program, we want to sit down and talk to them, making sure they're all right. Most places just give you a pink slip and tell you to show up to the general manager's office. That's not done here.
Thank you, Joe.
Okay, guys.
Thanks, Joe.